Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your weekly witchy forecast. So we do have an outline. You are the magic is the theme because that is very true. We're just going to see what Spirit wants you to know for this coming week. So we're going to go ahead and see what is the evil eye energy. So a toxic behavior or person that you need to leave behind for good. All right, so Spirit, let us know what the energy is of a toxic behavior or a person that my audience needs to leave behind for good. Whoa. Okay, so we have the Cave Witch. Interesting. So I kind of feel like this is something that maybe we're holding within with that Cave Witch, you know? It's something deep down inside. It could be a deep wound. It could be a deep trauma. It could be a secret. It could be somebody who maybe is not being honest with you, somebody who's holding their real feelings deep down and they're not expressing them to you. All I know is that the cave energy very much is what's hidden. So, or it could be just something that is deep in the shadows, basically. Okay. So it's either a lie, something we're hiding, somebody that's hiding something from us, and we just feel it. We know it. We have to deal with this particular energy. Oop. That's just funny. This actually just came out the other day. This could be somebody that you're extremely attracted to. All right. It does say midlife crisis. It could be this person is extremely good looking, but it's one of those things where, of course, looks fade with time. I don't care who you are, unless you're drinking some kind of magical potion or something. I don't know. But all of our looks are going to eventually fade. So somebody looks really good on the outside, but deep down inside, I'm getting here that this person actually isn't even all that great. But it could be that we're so jazzed up about what this person looks like or how they make us feel in the moment. But really what's deeply going on, there's something amiss. There's something that's just off. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more information here about this situation. Ooh, we have we have loser. I hate to tell you this, you guys, and just be so blunt, but to me, what Spirit is trying to tell you is that this person, if this is about another person, is actually a loser. They might get off on watching other people fall. They might talk badly about other people. And the reason why is because they're very insecure deep down inside. So what I'm getting with this Cave Witch is that there's something deep at the root of something going on with a person in your life. And it's like not all is what it seems. You're very jazzed about the outside, but who this person is deep down inside, it may be that this is not a good person or a person that wishes you ill. They actually want to see you fail or fall. It's like a frenemy or somebody that actually just isn't really in your corner, even though they might pretend to be in your corner. So this person, this evil eye energy needs to go, is what Spirit's saying. So let's get one more card, and then we're going to get some tarot cards. We have Undertaker. Having to dig your own grave. What I'm getting here with this is that this person has probably had to, they've tended to a lot of either relationships or friendships like this. And so they're constantly having to say goodbye. They have a constant turnover rate of relationships or people in their life. And so you're just going to be another one of those people in this person's life. And I feel like you can take charge of this situation, basically, before you go under any further, and you can withdraw from this person. That's what I'm seeing here. So we have some sort of an opportunity to handle something that we know is not good for us, but maybe it's difficult because it seems like on the outside that everything's cool. This person is telling me everything okay, but we're not trusting our gut. Our gut is telling us red flag, red alert, something isn't right. I mean, I've dealt with people like this before too, where you're just like, you constantly feel just psychotic. You feel like you start gaslighting yourself. Like, well, maybe that's not what they meant. Bullshit. Run for the hills as soon as you start doing that babble bullshit with yourself, because I'm just seeing here that the more that you make excuses for someone's bad behavior or make something okay that really you feel that's not, the more you're going to just be taken under by this very toxic parasite. So yeah, I do feel like what's dwelling deep beneath the surface, you don't even want to go there. Just be glad that maybe you can just move past this or walk away unscathed at this point. And maybe some of you guys have actually already been wounded by this individual, but I feel like they can't take any more from you unless you allow them to. So it's like time to take back your power, take back control of yourself with this person or situation, whatever that might be. All right, we're going to go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot and get a couple more details here. Okay. So remember, this could be your own behavior. Maybe you're feeling very unhappy. You're feeling very, miserable inside. And so we're not really happy for anybody else that's happy. So Spirit is saying, you've got to kind of take initiative to figure out what's the root cause of this, what's going on here, why are you feeling this way, so we got to work on something this particular week is what Spirit suggesting. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple of tarot here. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles, but it's the 10 of Decay in this deck. The death of a dream, pipe dream. Now, of course, it's like when somebody says pipe dream, it's like fantasy world. It's a pipe dream. It will never happen. And so I do feel like if this is about another person, you guys, it is kind of tough love today, basically letting you know that it sounds good, but really there is no meat here. There is no meat in the situation. There's no real, there's just no real investment here. And if there has been on your side, I'm getting here on the other side with this person, they either don't feel the same or they're not on the same page as you, or they're just not even of the same makeup as you. It's almost like, I don't want to say this person's soulless, but there's just something that's missing. And I feel to put any more hope or dreams onto this individual or situation is probably just going to waste your time. That's what I'm seeing here. With a 4 of Decay. Yeah, okay, interesting. We can either hold on or we can let go. That's the 4 of Pentacles. We can be a prisoner of our own needs and desires where we want to attach something to this person, or we can look at the reality and go, you know what, this doesn't even make sense. Or this actually is just not working. This is not making me happy. I got to let this go. So we do have the free will to either hang on, continue to invest, or to let go. So Spirit's kind of putting it back on us, giving us a little bit of a warning though. And then we have I like this, the Fool. Yeah, this is about you journeying, starting fresh, starting new, hitting the reset button, releasing yourself, giving yourself freedom. The Fool is ruled by planet Uranus, and that planet is all about freedom from restrictions, releasing yourself from anything that's trying to control you. But it's like no one really is in control except for you. So this is telling you here that you actually hold the key to your own prison cell right now with whatever this is or whatever person you're dealing with. So it might be scary. It might be kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I want to start all over, but it's like deep down inside, you're getting this confirmation today that you have to. You have to. It's risky, of course, anytime we start over, but I feel like the worst thing that you could possibly do is continue to stay in a situation that's making you absolutely miserable, whatever that happens to be for you guys today. So anyways, if it didn't resonate with you, no worries. You don't have to take that portion. All right, we're going to shift on into the energy of Lilith, which is a part of your shadow self that you can draw strength from. Okay. All right. This is my Mystical Encounters Oracle. Let's see what aspect. Oops, I forgot. I'm going to get one card from the Switchcraft Chronicles for each set. All right, what part of your shadow self can you draw strength from? Ooh, we have the Ancestor Witch. How fantastic. It says Legacy's Keeper, carrying the torch of generations. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that there could be some kind of a situation in your family. It could be a family trauma. There could be certain behaviors that people, weaknesses or just hang-ups, abuse, substance abuse problems, things like that, where it could be a problem within a family line. Okay. So it may be, you guys, that you are in a way like the gatekeeper is what I'm getting here. The gatekeeper of busting up this generational, karma. So you might be here to shift some sort of generational karma is what I'm seeing here within your family line. Just because your mom did it, just because your father did it, or your grandma or grandpa, doesn't mean you have to do it or you have to live that kind of life too. So you're here to break some sort of family drama, family karma, something like that. Very interesting. So you can actually draw strength for what you went through because you are going to actually be clearing a lot of karma within a large group of your soul family. That is very cool. All right, let's see what else. I love this. The blue fairy, calm, insight. So it's kind of like the calm of the storm, right? There's a storm that's all around you. There's a bunch of chaos. There's a bunch of stuff that's happened here, maybe even very tragic. But it is about staying calm and centered, or at least trying to get to that point, okay? So this is about not reacting or not coping in ways that perhaps other people in your family line have. Maybe addressing the problem, looking the storm basically right in the eye. And addressing those issues or addressing those fears. So that's what this blue fairy is all about, is it's like looking at something in the eye and dealing with it head on instead of running away from it or making excuses or, hiding from it. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see what else. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, that's totally what this is. The rising phoenix, resurrection, reborn. Yeah. I mean, the phoenix rising from the ashes, it gets burned up and then rises and then can become reborn again. There's a resurrection. It's like we must die in order to resurrect. So there's a death and rebirth transformation going on here. So it's painful, but it's necessary. And I feel like you are carrying the brunt for a generation. That's what I'm seeing here. So you can draw strength basically from the fact that you're taking one for the team. You're going to change the dynamic within that ancestral line. You're here to make some major progress here. Oh, I love this. Yes. To me, this is like this, you're rising above. To me, that's the angelic energy here. So it's a higher realm. You're ascending to new heights, basically. What didn't kill you only made you stronger. So she's got the embers of the phoenix that's rising from the fire, from the flames, from the ashes, and basically taking this. So you're a trailblazer is what I'm just getting here from Spirit. You're a trailblazer for other people. It could be that you had to go through something very difficult, and now you're here to either teach other people, heal other people, or be a way shower, trailblazer for others to follow in your footsteps. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right, this is my Mystics Midnight Tarot. Let's see what else. Oh, I love that. This right here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is all about our belief systems, and it's also about expansion. So really growing and seeing things from a different perspective. So you are here to be a game changer is what I'm seeing here. And it will be risky because remember we had that Fool. It's like you are going to have to take some risks, and some of those risks other people might not agree with. Other people might not agree with the way that you're changing the status or changing the narrative, changing the belief system. Some people might fight against you. Some people might say, oh, no, that's we can't do that. And you're just like, yes, we can. So you're here to really push back, I'm seeing here, to be a fighter for a cause, to make some sort of just really important changes. Yeah. So that's amazing. All right, let's see what else. Oh, look at this. We have the 10 of Bones. So now we have the 10 of Pentacles again. So remember the pipe dream was connected to a person, some kind of negative trauma, or maybe even an addiction. But this right here, this is the way. It's once you break away from seeing yourself as small or as a victim, this is when you're able to build an empire, maybe even a comfortable nest for yourself. Be in that situation where you feel really good, whether you're with someone or alone. It's like just building your own life up, building your empire, basically. So to me, 10 of Pentacles is also legacy and family lines. So there's definitely something about your family generation and lines here. But you can rest comfortably knowing that you did the work. Doesn't necessarily matter what other people are doing, but you can rest comfortably at night knowing that you stood up for yourself, you handled yourself, you cleared, you healed, you did what you came here to do. So that's what I'm seeing here. You can rest easy. All right. No regrets, basically. I just got that. Yeah, look at you. This is the Lady of Bones, the Page of Pentacles. You're here planting new seeds for the future. Yeah, you're here to live either a completely different life than the rest of your family. Do it differently. And that is the trailblazing for other people to see your trail and want to follow in your footsteps. So you did come here to create major shifts and changes in your family line. I don't know if that's going to make sense to anyone out there, but that's that Lilith energy. It's the shadow, the crap you went through. It only made you stronger. You survived. Yes, it's beautiful. All right, now we're going to go into the energy here of Love Elixir, which is a message about romance. So whether you're single or you're maybe connected to somebody, let's just see how Spirit's going to show us what we need to know today. All right, let's see. What is the energy of romance here for my audience? I love this. We have the Sea Witch. Okay, so this is saying a couple of different things to me. Mistress of the tides, harnessing the ocean's boundless power. So things come in waves. There's also cycles here. So it might be that we need to cycle out the old before we really start to put out into the universe that we want to bring something new in. Give yourself some time to cleanse. I see salt water as cleansing and detoxifying. So it might be that we do need to clear our energy field, clear our plate before we try to attract something new into our lives. But this is also a message from Spirit saying something is on the horizon. Your time will come, okay? And if this is about an existing situation, well, let's go ahead and see what else Spirit wants us to know. All right, this is my Diviner's Oracle. Guys, guess what? There's something on its way in. So I feel like for you singles, or maybe there's someone that you're in separation with, there is going to be movement, the delivery of a message that is basically on the horizon. There is some sort of a cycle here that's being cleared, but once this cycle is cleared, there's some kind of movement on your connection. There is some sort of a message coming through from a loved one or somebody that you really care about. Yeah, there's some sort of change here. It says development, relocation, a blessing in disguise. It's kind of like realizing that it took time for something. It couldn't have gone any other way. There's something where you're able to see the silver lining. You're not so upset that something took so long, or that maybe, to get there. You realize that everything happens for a reason. Oh, and we have the Whip. Interesting. So it could be that you and someone specifically, there was animosity between the two of you. And it may be that during a separation, somebody was really working on their healing. Maybe you were, maybe the other person was, but there's some kind of change that's ready. Or maybe somebody's coming in to apologize for a quarrel or animosity that they created between the two of you. So I feel like this could be something new, as in we're getting rid of the old and detoxifying ourselves from the old so we can bring in someone new. And I do see the arrival of someone, or this is someone from the past returning to apologize, to say they are sorry. Very interesting. So there's something about the moon here with the Sea Witch, right? Moon cycle. All right, this is my Lurking in the Shadows tarot. Let's see what these details are about love, romance. Ooh, okay. This is the Hierophant. It's Taurus energy. So it could be Taurus season. But it's funny because I did get in the readings previously about timing, May and June. May technically still is Taurus season. So there could be something about that timing, May, June. But it says code of ethics. This is somebody who's coming in and doing the ethical thing. They're acting with integrity. They're bringing you their truth. It could even be that this is a new person coming in really offering commitment. Like they're very ethical. They could be old-fashioned, traditional, but they definitely are looking for a relationship, not just a hookup. So if you're looking to attract someone into your life where they're going to want a relationship with you, I feel like it is on the horizon. Or it could be a Taurus as well. Very stable. Ooh, we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy, which we're currently in Aries season right now. So going into, I think, Taurus, like rather soon. So yeah, it's like literally right there. Like we're right around the corner. So yeah, this right here is very much someone very strong, very convicted, in control of themselves. This could be a divine masculine returning, because I did get that in previous readings. But this is somebody that has governance over their own life. Like they're in control. They're not somebody who's wishy-washy. They're very stable. They know what they want. They're coming in. They're taking responsibility also, especially if they acted unethical or created animosity in your connection. But to me, this is a very strong individual coming in. Damn. And we have the King of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. So this is definitely somebody coming in to bring you some sort of truth. They're straightforward. They're telling you what they want. I mean, look at all of these characters here. They're facing you. There's nothing that they're hiding. There's no hang-ups. It's not that there's no hang-ups. It's not perfection, but this person either does not have any hidden motives, or if this is someone from the past, they're coming in and they're laying it all out to you. They're communicating something to you. Somebody is coming in as a king, as an emperor, bringing you some sort of truth and acting with integrity. Or this is someone new that you're meeting. Either way, something's coming. Something's on the horizon. Something's in the tides about ready to come to you. So that's what I have for you guys in the love department. That's the love elixir. So now we're going to go into the coven. The coven is, how can you have a little more fun and connect with others? Well, let's look and let's see. This is one of my favorite decks for this type of thing because it gives you suggestions of what you can do. So this is my Shift Your Vibes deck. How can you have a little... Whoa. Okay, let me get the card that fell on the ground. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Join a meetup group. Meetup.com. So fun. It's not a dating site. It sounds like one, but it's not. It's a place where you can go and see what's going on in your area or areas that are close to you. People that are getting together, meeting up, maybe doing things that you enjoy doing, such as hiking, going club hopping, playing a certain sport, etc. It's all there. So I feel you guys that Spirit is suggesting to you to have a little bit more fun and connect with other people by finding your people, finding your tribe. This could also be online. It doesn't have to actually be in person because everybody's circumstances are different. But yeah, this is just telling you the only way that you're going to meet people is you've got to take the initiative to try to find your people, to find people that are interested in the same things that you are. Oh, these two wanted to come out. Oh, this came out the other day. Sunshine, soak up those rays. This is confirming that we got to get outside. Look, there's beach here. There's 2 beach scenes. So not everybody lives by the beach. I get it. But this is just about going outside and letting the sun or just being in the elements, just soaking up that energy of nature. There has to be some kind of a shift that Spirit is telling you that they want you to step into. So step outside of your home. Even if it's only in your backyard, they want you to at least do that because there needs to be some sort of a shift in the energy frequency. And we have bonfire. Love that. Maybe have some sort of a gathering with friends. It doesn't have to be a bonfire, but really you can do a bonfire even in your backyard, safely. So, but bonfire at the beach, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Bonfire, going camping, doing s'mores. So it do something fun while you're outdoors is what I'm getting here. Do something fun like s'mores and stuff. People think camping and at the beach when you're a kid, childhood. You are being asked to have a little bit more fun and maybe do something that you used to do a while ago that brought you a lot of pleasure and joy. So Spirit's saying, think of what that might be. Get a group of friends together and go for it. Do it. Have some fun. Get outside. Get outdoors. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, this is my connections for the Modern World Tarot. Let's see what else. Oh, I didn't do one of these. See, I always forget stuff. Let's get the overall energy here for the coven. How can you have a little more fun and connect with others? Ooh, look at this, you guys. Technology. That is so cool. So when I said this can even be online, that's fine, There's lots of people that do like Zooms and big events and things that are online, and you do these things together and you hang out. So it doesn't mean you guys actually have to do this in person, but I do still get the message here that we need to step outside into the elements. We need to just kind of have that breath of fresh air. We absolutely need to do that, especially if we work from home. I work from home, so this is an issue for me. I have to make time for that, or else I'll just stay inside and just work all fucking day, So we've got to take care of ourselves. But this is saying here, technology, connecting with other people, basically across platforms, whatever that is. And meetup.com, I believe that they also have some online things and options too. I don't think they used to, but they do now, especially after, the pandemic and stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and get some tarot. Oh, look at this, you guys. The Empress. Beautiful. This is Libra as well as Taurus. Very interesting. But the Empress is fertility, Mother Nature, divine feminine energy. This is about tending to your own garden. This is about creativity, maybe even running your own business. So if this is something where maybe you're looking to network with people, is that right? Networks? I feel like that's the word. Yeah, where you're getting together with people and you're meeting people of like mind and you're just connecting and you're making those connections. This person knows that person, or you're inspired to do something because of something that someone else is doing. This is all going to lead to more creativity for you. So if you're looking to create something or do something different or build something, then this is the way to go. But I'm also getting that this is just really going to give you that boost of confidence, but also happiness. It's a happiness. It's going to give you a hit of dopamine. You're going to feel good in the presence of other people, or just making some sort of a connection, or even just maybe one friend, or just having a conversation. It's going to lift something in you, and it's going to cause you to feel happy and good, which is the point. All right, let's see what else. We have Judgment. Okay, so this is Pluto's energy, reflecting accountability and renewal. Something wants to renew in your life. There is, and it might sound scary, but there is a little bit of a death or an ending here, or something that does want to end so we can turn over a new leaf. It's like the garden that the Empress is in. She's got to pull out those weeds, make room for fresh new sprouts. So that is what we are being asked to do. There might be something from our past. It could be a past thought, a past behavior that's getting in a way, or even a past person it's become toxic for us that we do need to let go of. That way we can reflect on the lessons, but move on. Okay, make room for something fresh. And there could be something, because it says digital spells, there could be something that you find online, like a ritual or something that you're performing there. So do some research online, and maybe that gives you some ideas on how to do like a releasing ritual, and it could be by fire. And we have the Six of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. It's triumph, success, pride, movement forward, riding the victory parade, recognition. People can't recognize you or meet you unless you put yourself out there. That's what I just got with the Six of Wands. And I know it's hard because some of us are just naturally introverts. It's just really difficult. It's difficult to put yourself out there if you're shy, or maybe you just are like, oh, I just hate people. Sometimes we feel that way. We're very overwhelmed. Maybe we have a lot of sensory issues where we it's too much. So you're not being asked to do anything that makes you feel like that's going to make you sick or anything like that, but you are being asked to shift a little bit out of your comfort zone, so that way you can make some new connections, because it's through these new connections or this new thing that you see that's going to bring you some sort of an opportunity for growth. You're smelling something different. How the senses, that's why aromatherapy is such a big deal. Sometimes if you just smell like either lavender, or you smell citrus or whatever, it can just instantly lift your mood or calm you. That is just what I'm getting here with her smelling those flowers. It's like you need to step outside to smell a different scent. This is going to uplift your mood, basically. So yeah, there's something that being recognized by other people. Other people are seeing you. They're seeing your gifts. They're seeing your talent, and it's helping you to turn over a new leaf. So that way you can do something new that you want to do, or meet some new people, or connect, collaborate, etc. I love this. All right, now we're going to end this reading with spirits, which is, what spirits, how are your guides keeping an extra eye on you this week? We have the Samhain Witch. It's actually pronounced Samhain. Keeper of thinning veils, honoring the ancestors' eternal legacy. So this is cool because we have something about ancestors coming in again. So even though it's not October 31st, which is when Samhain is, but there's still something about the ancestors, the generations. Maybe it's even you're working with ancestors, you guys. There could be a certain ancestor that you're working with. Maybe some of you guys are into hoodoo. It's very much about ancestor or ancestral lines. But I mean, really, you can work with any magic and work with ancestors. But there's something about working with either certain deities or It could just even be people on the other side, you know, spirit team, spirit guides, that sort of thing. But there's something about thinning the veils, but honoring people that have passed. Oh my God, I literally just saw a freaking hummingbird just come right up to the window when I said that. That's crazy. So I don't know if maybe there's a sign from a loved one on the other side where the sign that you get from them is a hummingbird. I just got that. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and see what spirit, how our guides keeping an extra eye on us. I swear that little bird is just like, hello, I'm here, I'm watching, I'm keeping an eye on you. Okay, let's see. And it could be somebody whose birthday is on Halloween. And you know what, you guys? My grandmother, she passed away many years ago. Her birthday was on Halloween. So I swear that was just a message. Hello, I am here. That is so freaking cool. All right, let's see. This is my Oracle of Chance deck. Let's see what we need to know here. How are our guides keeping an extra eye on us? Ooh, look at this. The stag. Assert yourself with others. So this is your spirit team's way of basically saying that you do need to be assertive in a situation when it comes to another person, or just, you know, let's just say amongst a group of people. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to disagree or to say, no, I'm good, thank you. If you don't want to do something, or if something just isn't resonating with you, it is okay to, you don't have to be the okay person all the time. You don't have to just do what everybody else wants you to do all the time. I mean, you can be easy to deal with, easy to be with. You don't always have to say what's on your mind. Be discerning what you should share, or maybe sometimes keep things to yourself. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can make that decision to be the emperor and have governance of your own life and your actions. So that's what we're being asked to do this week. I'm telling you guys, there's somebody new that's about ready to enter into some of your lives. Somebody's coming back, or they're coming in. Somebody new. The chair, obviously it means someone is going to be sitting down in that chair, and you're either going to be sitting down with them to meet with them, to get to know them, have a conversation with them, etc. So your spirit guides are basically keeping an extra eye on you, and maybe even giving you certain signs about this situation that's coming up. And we have the spider. What's meant to be will be. So this is kind of cool. So I kind of feel like this is about when you meet someone, try not to, it doesn't mean you don't have to try, but you don't have to try so hard. It's either going to be a match or it's not. And let's just say this is about the person coming back. It's either meant that you guys will work it out, or maybe it's just meant that you'll have closure. Either way, Spirit is basically reminding you just to be open to the experience. Try to check your expectations at the door. It will make it so much easier. That's what I'm getting here. So the stag could be a spirit animal, or spiders could be a spirit animal, even though it's an insect or arachnid. Yep, look at this, Five of Swords. There is some kind of I feel like this is about a past situation where you need to be assertive. So if someone returns back to your life, first of all, I also see the spider as fate. It's fated that someone is coming back, okay? It's fated that someone is returning. And with this conversation, it is difficult because it probably is an indication here where you do want to stay in control. You don't want to let your guard down again, and that's okay. You definitely should be guarded, and you should be discerning. But you definitely want to be open enough to get your point across, but also maybe hear this person out, and then whatever is meant to happen after that will happen. But if we go in expecting a battle, right, we have our guard up, we're just already ready to just, fight, it could technically turn into a situation that maybe is not really what we were looking for. The outcome might not be as great as we would hope it to be. So again, this is about leaving your expectations out at the door and just being open and letting it flow, and whatever happens, happens, basically. Yeah, look at that. But I do see that there is healing and recovering that's coming from this conversation. I do. I feel also too, if this is about a new person coming into your life, whatever mind games, whatever crazy shit you had going on in your mind before, I feel like this is going to be a breath of fresh air. This is going to be so much easier. A relationship, getting to know someone is going to be nice and easy, and it's going to be a flow. Absolutely. So try not to push too hard. Try not to overanalyze the situation. Try not to take your past crap and basically put it onto this person. If you have a reason to feel something, feel it, of course, but try to discern or differentiate between your issues versus what somebody new is bringing to the table. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So that's interesting. 5, 4, 5. This is telling me here, you guys, that something needs to change. Something needs to change. The Five of Pentacles is somebody, if this is a past situation, I do feel like someone unfairly hurt you and abandoned you, ghosted you, and left you out alone. To me, this is like Ten of Swords energy, which actually came up, I think, the other day. Yeah, Ten of Swords energy. And it might be very difficult to hear this person out or even forgive them. No one says you have to forgive them, but it could be that they're coming in to apologize to you, and you can either forgive them or you can just say thank you so much, and then it could bring you some sort of healing and closure. So it will be up to you what you want to do with the situation. But Spirit is just reminding you here today that whatever's meant to be will be. So try not to have any expectations when this happens, and try not to take past stuff, abandonment wounds and issues and things like that. Really try to heal and work on yourself now before we call in with the Sea Witch, a new love. Okay, remember that came up? The Sea Witch. Some of you guys are looking at the shore. You're wanting a new relationship to come in, but I am getting here that you must work on some sort of healing or releasing of an old partner first before you call this new person in. Because if you don't, you still run the risk of these old programs running that are just going to fuck things up. That's what I'm getting here. Or maybe even attract someone else that is still there to provide you a lesson on how to stand up for yourself. And yeah, you just want to skip out on all that crap. I feel like you guys have probably been through enough, been there, done that. I want to learn this lesson. I'm ready for the good stuff now. So anyways, you guys, that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed those messages, and thanks again for choosing to watch this reading. Have a great day. Bye-bye.